Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. So today I'm going to introduce you to one of Dremel's iconic models, the Dremel 3000. You're about to see a practical and efficient tool, but I won't say any more for now. Let's check it out in the next segment. See you in a bit. So here is the Dremel in question, the Dremel 3000, an iconic model from the brand with a 130 watt motor. So it's not the most powerful in the Dremel range, since there's an even more powerful model with a 175 watt motor, but this one already lets you handle quite a lot of tasks. And as for the power cord, it's a 2-meter cord, which already gives you quite a bit of mobility, even though you'll still be a little limited. And as you can see, there's also reinforcement at the base of the tool, which helps strengthen the power cord, since that's often one of the weak points on power tools, corded tools, I mean, because this part tends to get damaged, and sometimes the cord even gets exposed. So that's really not great. But with this reinforcement, there's no risk at all. That way, you'll be able to extend the lifespan of this tool. As for the motor, it's a standard brushed motor, since this is a corded model, so you don't get the benefits of a brushless motor. And when it comes to handling, it's actually pretty good. We're dealing with a pretty compact tool, even though I find it a bit heavy since it weighs about 550 grams. So it's all relative, since that's still a pretty light weight. But obviously, if you want to use it like a pen, it might be a bit trickier, even though you can still do it for short periods. So to make it even more portable and especially easier to handle, I really recommend investing in the flexible shaft, which is practical and replaces the tool holder, and that will really make it much easier to handle. As for the settings, at the base of the tool, you'll find a speed control that lets you adjust the speed according to your needs and the type of work you're doing. This allows you to vary the speed from 10,000 revolutions per minute up to 33,000 revolutions per minute. And when it comes to changing accessories, this model, like all the other models in the Dremel range, features the Easy Twist system. So to install an accessory, you simply place it into the accessory holder. Tighten it as much as possible by hand while, for example, placing your thumb on the shaft lock button. And then, to finish tightening completely, you unscrew the ring at the base of the tool holder and give it one last quarter turn. There you go. That's how you secure the object properly. That way, there's no risk of it coming loose. As for the accessories that come with this Dremel 3000, it will depend a bit on the pack you choose, since there are actually different packs available. There's an entry-level version that comes with just 15 accessories and the Dremel 3000 tool. And there's a high-end model with the carrying case, some accessories, but most importantly, the flexible shaft, which really improves handling. And in any case, I recommend investing in a kit like this one, an accessory kit with over 100 accessories, or rather with 100 accessories, which will allow you to tackle a wide range of tasks. And just before we see a demonstration of this Dremel 3000 multifunction tool, let's talk a bit about its technical features. So earlier, I mentioned its 130 watt motor, 130 watts, sorry. So it's not the most powerful motor from Dremel, since there's a 175 watt motor, as I mentioned, which is found on the Dremel 4250. So of course you'll be a bit more limited than with that last model, but you'll still be able to get a lot of work done with it. As for the rotation speed, it's also a bit lower here, since this model can reach up to 33,000 revolutions per minute, which is already pretty good and allows you to make cuts and sanding jobs quite efficiently. And as for the weight, we're looking at a model that weighs 550 grams, which is still reasonable, even though, of course, over time, it might tire you out a bit. Now let's see this Dremel in action. Of course, I've attached the right accessory to be able to remove these rust marks. And to start, in terms of speed, well, I'm going to go with a pretty reasonable speed. Let's see how it goes first, and then we'll decide. So honestly, perfect. The work is precise and the tool is really super handy. And as you saw, I've already made a good part of the rust marks disappear. Now let's look at another scenario, cutting a piece of metal like this. Of course, I've attached the right accessory. So just like earlier, you can see it's efficient work and above all, very precise. As you saw, it's a tool that definitely gets the job done. Of course, you shouldn't expect miracles from this kind of tool since it's still limited in terms of power, especially if you want to tackle big projects. But for any kind of precision work, honestly, this is exactly the kind of tool you need. And as for handling, it's pretty good, even though, let's be honest, using it like a pen is a bit trickier since the tool is still fairly wide. So if that's really the way you want to use it, for example, to do precision work, especially on small parts, like I mentioned earlier, I recommend investing in the flexible shaft. That way, you'll have peace of mind. As for performance, it's actually pretty good too, since you can run the accessory at a speed of 33,000 revolutions per minute with a variable speed control. That way, you can adjust the speed according to your needs. But again, just like earlier with the motor power, you should know that the Dremels 4250, which is Dremel's high-end model, can actually run the accessory at a speed of 35,000 revolutions per minute. So that's slightly higher than this one, but at the same time, we're not talking about the same price at all. And by the way, while we're talking about price, you should know that this Dremel 3000 is sold in different packs. So you'll find the first pack, which is the Dremel 3000 with 15 accessories, for around 44 euros. So that's a price I find very attractive for this type of tool. So if you don't already have a Dremel, this could be a really good choice. That way, you'll really be able to handle all those small precision jobs. And as always, if you're interested in this tool, feel free to check the description. I'll include links to the best sellers, at least those offering this Dremel 3000 at the best price. Alright, this video is now coming to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't hesitate to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And in any case, I'll see you very soon for a new video. See ya!